Howdy. So it's a bit of an update, and what I've been doing out here, and another rumor I just heard. So I'll fill you guys in on that. Anyhow, about last week and a half ago, the instrument panel on my truck decided to stop working, and I couldn't get to work again, and I was a little angry. So I went with that and the frustration of not having anybody to help me get the bed out of the house, and I just decided to go and do it myself. I shouldn't have done it, and my back still is a little sore from doing it, but I needed it out. It was a king-size mattress. I just manhandled it and drug it out of the house, and then got the frame and got that out. And then I got to completely see underneath the bed, which was absolutely horrific. I'm going to turn this way because the storm is behind me and there's lightning and everything, so it's really cool. Anyhow, so I got that out, and it was just a total wreck underneath there. And then earlier today, I got the neighbor kid. He came over and I paid him. Wasn't slave labor, I paid him. And he helped me clean everything out from that was underneath the bed. We got, I want to say 6 or 7 trash bags of shit underneath that bed. Put it in the pit, plus a stand that had been in the house. Got that in there, and then we tore half the wall paneling down, and the insulation that was behind that wall paneling, not the ceiling insulation, just the walls. And there's no paneling on the ceiling, so I just need to tear down the insulation for there. And I was thinking about doing it then, but there's already a big pile of insulation in the house. I have nowhere to go with that right at the moment because I'm using the pit to burn, and I've got it filled with trash, and I can't burn yet because of wind and whatnot. So I will get it drug out of the house, and I'll pile it up on the ground, and then put the paneling that I tore off on top of that, and maybe flip the bed up on it as well, just to keep it weighed down. I might wait to do that completely until I get all of the insulation tore out and the paneling and everything, so that way I don't have to move stuff and do it twice. But anyhow, yeah, I got that out. I bought some skids. I'm going to put them down once everything's out. The floor, fortunately, had carpet, so I can tear that carpet out, and the wood should hopefully be good underneath of it. I don't know if the carpet was glued down or not, so I'll find that out when I get to tearing that out. Put the pallets, not skids, I don't know why I said skids, pallets in there, and then move my stuff from the camper, which the roof has been failing and leaking, and I've got a lot of books, so I'll be moving the stuff from there over into the house, and then storing all my things in the house, and then that leaves the camper empty and able for me to eventually get it towed out of its spot, so I can get my forever home put there where the camper's at. And I'll show you that spot in a future video and explain why I like that spot and whatnot. So I think that's it for updates now. Anyhow, rumor I heard on Saturday is that they're wanting to bring the EPA out, or the EPA is wanting to come out because of all the people moving out here and the septic issues and everything. I don't know if it's true. However, as far as I'm concerned, and I would believe, the laws still apply to them. If they don't have a warrant, they can't come on your property as long as you have a no trespassing sign. So I don't really see the point behind it. And I also, it's going to take a long time because they're going to have to do it. And they're going to have to do it with deputies. They're going to have deputies available to do it. And they're going to have to go to every house. And there's thousands of people that live off grid out here. And it's a huge county. Many, 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 many miles of driving down dirt roads and trying to find people and this and that. It's going to it's going to take a long time if they decide that, if it's actually true. And I heard another neighbor, I was talking to him about it, and he claims that it's just a scare tactic, and he's been out here for almost 3 decades. He claims it's just a scare tactic that they're using to try to, one, get people to comply, and to scare people off, to make people want to leave and not be up here. That doesn't really hurt my feelings none if that's what they're doing, wanting to get people to leave. I've made my feelings about that clear. There's way too many people coming out here now, and it's too noisy, and it's not the way it was when I first came out here, that's for sure. So I've heard both of those. And again, I don't know if it's true or not. You take it for the grain of salt that it is. I don't know. Look at that dark. I'm really hoping that it rains. It already rained, but it's not like a puddle building rain. It just got the ground wet, and barely enough to keep the dust down. I'm hoping it just pours and pours and pours. That'd be awesome to wake up in the morning and the roads just be all flooded and puddles. Because I've got a 4-wheel drive, so I can get out. I didn't move way out in the middle of nowhere with just a car. Yeah, I thought I had more to add on to that. Apparently I do not. I don't know. Seen some cool critters with the rain, brings them out. Just had a rabbit. I think it was a jackrabbit. He came up, and I guess he saw my arm and hanging out the window of my vehicle, and so he stopped. And he was sitting there, and out of the corner of my eye, I'd seen him. And I just turned and looked at him. I was like, I know you're there. You might as well just come on up. But then I flung something out, and he took off running. I guess he was trying to be still and hide and didn't think I could see him. Clearly I could see him. Now that I rambled on, I remembered what else I was going to say. I also had it verified that in Woodland Valley Ranch, they are going around to people's properties and giving them tickets, I guess, infractions or whatever. I don't know how the POAs and HOAs work. But doing all that to people for not complying with the POA rules. And apparently, when you buy your land in these ranches and you sign that paperwork, that's with the POA, you are essentially giving them permission to come onto your property. It's part of the rules of the POA that they can come on your property. So bear that in mind too when you're buying ranch property, that you signed the POA and now you've given them permission to come on your property even if you have no trespassing signs. It's just the same as you file for a permit with the county and they've got permission to come on your property too, at least until the permitted work is finished. They could come on your property without your permission. So those are just things to bear in mind. I'm glad I don't live in a POA. I bought private land. It's more expensive than the ranch lands, and you don't get as many acres, but you end up not having the same headaches. You don't have to deal with the POA at all. It's I prefer it. So to each their own. Anyhow, I guess that's it. That's all I have for you. I'm going to go lay down a little early and watch Netflix and chill by myself, and just enjoy the cold weather and coolish weather, and the rain, and hopefully it rains more and cools it down more and wets it down. That would be awesome. So y'all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your evening. Be safe. Love y'all. Take care.